where's the rest of your crew? You get to just observe the cows for 20 minutes, which is kind of cool. Because you're sort of looking for some of the signs that they might be in heat. So it's kind of a sweet job. Is anyone feeling frisky? Horny? Excited? Hi. I never know if you're supposed to like pet a cow. Wonder if cows go through menopause.
Yeah.
And some are just, they're done.
Having animals around is fun, but it's not always easy, especially if you want to eat them. Did you help with the chicken slaughter that you witnessed?
No. I just watched.
How did you feel?
I felt a little sorry for the little guy who got stuffed in the sack with his head popping out. And it was interesting because I'd never seen a chicken killed before, but you always hear how they fly around so afterwards.
Yeah. Do you eat chicken?
Yeah.
Will you
I like
continue?
me some chicken.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, that was going to be a big test when I came here, was I wanted to be a part of slaughtering a cow as well. I didn't kill the chicken, but to be around it, to see it, to possibly participate in it, just to see if maybe I would want to become a vegetarian after that, if I really had a problem with it.
Yeah.
And if I did, or if I do, the cow might be very different, by the way.
Are you going to see the cow?
Yeah, I'd like to. It probably won't happen until if I'm able to come back and live here. But I definitely would like to participate in that and see how that feels.
Although it seems cruel to kill these chickens, it's a lot more humane and sustainable than eating the factory-farmed chickens we can buy in the grocery store. And Twin Oaks values sustainability.
Twin Oaks makes living sustainably easy. There's always an option for recycling. There's always a place to deal with different types of waste in a way that's more sustainable. And there's a way to get the things that you need and want without having to get in a car and drive.
At Twin Oaks, cars are shared. People sign up to take a car somewhere, and there's a person assigned to pick up extra items daily for people who request additional things, like cigarettes, potato chips, or coffee.
For 100 people, we have something like 18 or 20 vehicles, radically below the North American average.
Another thing that's radically different from the American mainstream here is the effort that some people make to create a more sustainable home. Pearl gave me a tour of the building he lives in. Half of it is off-grid and runs off of solar power.
This side is sunrise with the solar. Sunrise being the east, where the sun comes up, and then the beach side being where the giant beech tree is on that side of the house. It's like 22 people, like 11 on each side, something like that. Because of the solar and choosing to live on the solar, that creates our culture of trying to, conserve more and be off the grid as much as possible. The bedrooms and living room, 2 living rooms are off the grid. Here's the fan, little fan.
That's the largest fan you can have.
Yep.
Wow.
Here's the, oh, it's not plugged in. Yeah, we unplug things when you're not using them. And this is the bulb, lamp. I love this little bulb. And that is 2 watts. Can't use a space heater in Sunrise at all. Almost certainly not an electric blanket. Can't use a microwave. Can't use a hair dryer. In the wintertime, we have wood fire, So there's hot water from the fire and from the solar, but in the summer it's just from solar. So if there's a cloudy day, we don't have any hot water for showers or anything else. But the wood heat makes it so toasty warm, and it's very insulated that for the most part in the wintertime I'm kicking off the covers. So this is the stove, or sorry, the furnace. So you light your fire, you get your fire going, you stoke it with bigger stuff, and then there's a chamber below where the ashes go and it sucks and burns the gas.
So does it run off of wood or gas?
Yes, it runs off of, it burns the wood, but then it burns the gas that the wood burns. So it burns it twice, if that makes sense.
Huh.
And how that works, I have no idea.
That's so weird.
But you get your fire lit, and then you turn on the fan once you have your fire going, because then that forces the air down into that chamber, and then also forces it throughout the house.
Wow.
And it's a very warm machine, very nice.
Wow.
I really like using this.
And this is enough to heat the whole house?
Yeah, this one thing heats the whole house for 22 people, about the size of a small apartment building. The wood is our own forests that we haul it out of our own forest, and it's usually dead standing or fallen dead. I don't really notice what I miss. I don't really miss anything, you know, in terms of having the solar. It's like, oh yeah, this is really easy. And our solar is not even like that high tech, like it's kind of 15 years old.
I learned a cool song. You want me to sing it?
Yeah.
You have to build your house up on a rock with a strong foundation and a solid floor. So when the rain comes tumbling down, you won't have to build no more.
The biggest benefit for living at Twin Oaks is a really rich social environment, that there's so many different kinds of people to get to know.
There's a large range of opinions and values, and you know, people from different ideological backgrounds and different religions. And
I get to work with them and play with them and cook with them and clean with them and go on trips with them. I mean, I get to have very complex relationships with 100 individuals.
Do what you want to do.
I, you know, have really never known my neighbors, but living in a community, you know, all the people who are sort of your, I don't know, fellow apartment dwellers also work with you and eat with you every night. So there's a very high level of contact.
The ability to do things spontaneously is so great in an intentional community where you're all having dinner together, and you know, someone could just say, hey, let's have a bonfire, or tonight we're going to play music, who wants to come?
Oh, now I'm getting it.
I like that it's, you know, it's a community and everyone's here and you can do communal things and get together with people. And I also like that that's optional and I don't have to, and that you know, if I wanted to take the week where I'm just going to go to work and I'm not going to go to a party, or I'm not going to go to a communal meal or something like that, that it's not a big deal.
I got my Cookie Monster puppet.
I'm really impressed with how people are able to have their families here. There's homeschooling and, you know, health care, and I think it seems like parents are really supported, and just that it'd be an amazing place to grow up as a little kid, you know, to be somewhere that's so green and lush and with other kids and all these interesting people, and, you know, just learning that you make decisions equitably and direct communication, and, you know, the things that Twin Oaks seems to thrive for and foster.
They have, you know, complete medical coverage, and they've given examples of paying, you know, $50,000, $60,000 for someone's heart surgery or hip replacement or things like that. And you're guaranteed, you know, your meals, you're guaranteed caretakers. Where else is that true, you know, unless, you know, you're one of the fortunate few to just have a great pension.
Along with the joys of living at Twin Oaks come some difficulties.
The hammocks really didn't sell well last year. This cost us a chunk of our income. So next year, we're going to have to cut budgets quite significantly. And people are saying, whoa, you mean we're not going to be buying cocoa? Oh no, what are we going to do with that? You know, but I like my whatever, you know. So usually we end up just cutting everything across the board. Well, we have to cut 10%, everything gets cut 10%, and nobody's very happy about that because they think that they should, it should be cut in somebody else's area and not their area. But that's usually what we end up doing because we can't agree on what to cut. On the other hand, none of us are out on the street. So, you know.
There's a lot of your own personal wishes and freedoms that you give up to live here. I can't just spend money because my money's very limited. I can't just hop in the car and go off whenever I want to. And you know, there's considerations. I've made commitments, and there's considerations here that inhibit my movement and my freedom in a certain way. But the payoff is this job security, social stability, no landlord, no boss, you know. And I get to live in what feels like a paradise for me.
When you're sharing your home and your income with 100 people, everything is compromised. Everything. You have your room, not even a living room or a kitchen. That's already somebody else's, you know, that's already shared. Somebody else will walk across your freshly washed floors because it's their floor too, and they want a snack. And they're not going to wait for half an hour for the floor to dry so that there's not track marks on it. You have to give up a lot of control to live in community. You don't get to decide what's for dinner tonight. Somebody else decides. You don't have to cook it. To me, that's a great trade-off.
What I don't miss homeless people. I don't miss dog shit on the sidewalk. I don't miss riding the bus with everyone else who's cranky and riding the bus. I really like the fact that I can live my entire life just being with the trees and being in the pond and just having the nature and the birds and everything around me feels very expansive. And it feels precious rather than small.
For all the pluses and minuses of Twin Oaks, and it certainly has both, I don't know of a situation that would suit me personally better. Where would I get to roam 300 acres of land that would be sort of mine?
I would really like to live at Twin Oaks. You know, if they said, you know, you can be a member and, you know, just stay on, you know, you don't have to leave. You know, if someone said that to me tomorrow, I'd be like, all right, you know, I'm ready to settle in.
I was tempted to move in myself, but I had plans to visit a very close neighboring community next.
So we're making a slow, low, smoky fire in the fire chamber. And then the smoke's coming up through all these pipes, and hopefully it's getting pretty cold by the time it gets to the smoky part. So the idea is you don't want it to be hot. You just want smoke over there. So you don't want to cook the peppers.
Oh, okay.
You just want to get them smoky and dry them out a little bit.
We're a group of about 20 people. We live together, we work together. We share everything. We're income sharing, we're egalitarian. We make all our decisions by consensus, which means that we sit down once a week. We talk about everything and we agree. Everything that we do, we're all excited about because it's consensus. If we weren't excited about it, it wouldn't be happening.
So into the dehydrator for these.